Hello, everybody. It's June 25th. This is Jeff Sutherland, Associate Broker with eXp Realty. Want to give you a quick market snapshot, tell you what's happening in Phoenix. So let's get right after it. I'm going to share my screen with everybody and let you know what is happening today. Hopefully you can see all this. This is the first slide I want to share with you. We are now in a situation in Phoenix where we are coming to balance. We are nearing a normalization of the market. Typically in the summer and the Valley of the Sun, things slow down a bit, and that's exactly what's happening. So if you look to the very right, we have a balanced market and we have lower supply than normal and we have lower demand. Because of that lower supply, that constrained supply, that keeps moderately pushing prices up. So we are, even though we're nearing balance, we're still in a moderate seller's market overall. But there are certain municipalities that have different markets. We have sellers markets, we have buyers markets, and we have balanced markets, all within the Phoenix Valley. So that's a very interesting thing, and I'll show you what's going on. But right now, I want you to focus right here. And if you notice that the green line is our demand index, the blue line is our supply index. They're both below normal, normal being 100 on this chart. And this is brought to you by the folks at the Crown Report, the best data analysts out there when it comes to Phoenix real estate. So let's continue on. As I mentioned, we have certain markets that are still sellers markets, but Chandler was red hot last month. They're coming down just a tad bit, but still in #1 position for a seller's market. You notice Fountain Hills, another outlying area. They are on fire now. We have different cities that get on fire, and it's kind of random, but it makes sense. Many people are now moving out to the outlying areas because they've been priced out of the market in the metro area, so they're going to some outlying areas. But Chandler's still hot, but it is starting to temper down a little bit. Tempe, still a seller's market, moderately changing their prices in the upward direction. But you see all these other cities that are slowing down a little bit. And again, this is usually the case in the summertime. So we need to keep an eye on this and see if this is going to be a long-lasting suppression or if it's just a summer seasonal thing. On the right-hand side, you can see there's buyers markets, balanced markets, and sellers markets. And if you notice, these seller markets, many of them are on the fringe of the Metro Phoenix area. So people are traveling to pay less for a house. Thus, these are seller markets. They have constrained inventory, constrained supply. So a really good graphic. Every single city deserves a different strategy, whether you're a buyer or a seller. So you need to have an agent that knows these different cities and what's going on. Here's another look at it. Our supply is typically at normal at 100. We have 74.3% of normal supply. We have demand that is also lower than normal. We have 78.3, so low supply, low demand. But isn't it interesting? We have slowly gone down in the market index. This is the overall market index. The seller's market continues to go slowly down to balance. And overall, we are almost in an absolute balance state at 100. So that's the overall look at the Arizona multiple listing service that encompasses Maricopa County and Pinal County, and it's pretty robust data. Let's look at mortgage rates. We're looking at our latest capture of data on June 13th, which was just shy of 7%. We actually did see a decrease in rates over the last month or so, and we had several buyers or many buyers enter the market because of that reduction. It was sitting, at 7.5, back in April, which now we're under 7 for a conforming rate. So now we're seeing some more buyers jump into the market. Will the rates continue to go down? I have no idea. I'm not an economist. If I were to make a prediction, I'd say they'll stay pretty flat the rest of the year, and we may not see any substantial dips in rates until next year. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But one thing is for sure, as long as the supply is constrained, chances are prices will not be going down significantly. But there are some interesting things happening in the marketplace. You can see that this is as of June 5th. The median monthly sales price is now $475, almost to the top of the market that was happening way back in April of 2022, May of 2022. Wow. So all of this that downward slide, and now this continuous recovery. And why? And look at this big uptick here just in the last couple months. A lot of that was due to the rates going down. When rates go down, prices don't go down, they go up. So I think what we're going to see the rest of the year is continual flat rates where they're at, and then we'll probably start to see a decline of rates in 2025. So my message to buyers is buy the house, date the rate, get into the home now if possible, and then you can refinance later if the rates go down. So you can see the range is all the way from $13,000 homes to 15 million, and the median is 455,000. That is the midpoint of all prices in the Valley of the Sun. Let's keep going. And then we have our concessions. This means that in the month of May, 47% of transactions had seller paid concessions, which means that the seller is offering money towards closing costs. That's typically the way we see concessions being offered. So buyers are offering a price, and then the sellers are helping out with closing costs, and that helps save the buyer money, cash, at the closing table, so they can focus on their down payment and how to get into that house. So almost half of the deals are seeing seller concessions, and of those concessions, the number that we're seeing in terms of the median amount of concessions is $9,450, almost $10,000. So it's not uncommon for people to ask for concessions. And depending on your different loan programs, they can go up quite substantially, 3% of the purchase price, 6% of the purchase price, even 9% of the purchase price when putting large amounts of down payment down on a house. So this is where you consult with your lender, you consult with us, the real estate agents, to help you figure out what's best for you, and you let us negotiate. And I've been negotiating some seriously good deals lately for my buyers. I'm very pleased with the results we're getting. So I wanted to share this with you today to let you know a little bit about what's going on in Phoenix. You can always call me. I've got almost 24 years in business. I want to be able to be there for your family and help you with any real estate questions you may have. Doesn't matter if you need to buy or sell right now. Just let us know how we can support you. We have a pretty large Rolodex of people, a lot of networks that we've established over the years. So if you need a contractor or if you need a vendor, let us know. Let us know how we can support you. And this is Jeff Sutherland with the Jeff Sutherland team, brokered by eXp Realty. If you need me, 602-370-7174. I hope that you and your family have an amazing 4th of July weekend as it's coming up, and stay out of the heat, my friends. Take care. Have a great day.